What up? What up? What up? It's your boy back with another one.
What up, though? It's your girl Jen checking in right by his side for episode 16. Thank you, Jesus.
Welcome to another one. Back for another one. Back like y'all never left.
Because y'all know the devil tried it. Okay. It's better late than never, though. We're here. We're alive. Okay. Thank you guys for staying up late with us, shooting in the gym, as you have been doing for 16 weeks now, man. Y'all are the real MVPs. Can we get a clap?
Absolutely. It's a late one for y'all. It happens.
Yes, y'all.
And it's cool. We here now. It's the most important part. Because we here now. So.
And laugh.
Absolutely.
So we're going to give you guys a couple of hours. We know we usually can go like 3-4 hours. And we love that you guys are willing to stay with us that long. But we're not going to go that long this tonight. So we're going to be straight to the point because we got 9 to 5s, 6 to 3s, 6 to 10s, whatever you call them. You know, we got jobs outside of the love of our lives, which is you guys, the Time to Talk It Out podcast. So we're gonna wrap this up in a couple of hours, max. Soon as T Double gets the technicals down, he'll give you guys his undivided attention, and we'll get into these hot topics today because it's been a busy week on the internet. Okay, they're fighting as always. Situationships is situationshipping. You know, it's a lot. So I'm gonna let T Double say something.
That's where I was.
At this point, fill us in on what he got going on.
You know, I'm just I feel like I be coming with the kind of clutch, a little bit clutch, but it be like kind of underline the main news. But you know,
that's why I be looking for you, because you be coming with the, I ain't gonna say the hood news, but like the stuff that everybody else ain't talking about.
The clutch underlines, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's like I be needing you sometimes, and then plus I feel like I be over talking him, y'all. So I'm getting better at this, okay?
I got some stuff, you know. Only got a few things for y'all today, but let's try to make it as good as possible, real juicy. Yeah, I think this is where I want to be. First and foremost, I want to start off with the Cash and Zadarius update. The update. This is the update. You know, like the remix. This is the remix. No, this is the update. So, after Cash Doll, dropped a diss song.
Whoa.
Well, it wasn't technically her song. She dropped a diss verse.
To who?
To the person that made this anonymous post about being with Zadarius or whatnot.
First of all, you anonymous, sit down. But okay.
Basically, they were all talking. Once upon a time, she picked the month of April this year to make a post and say that he was with her this year in April, which was a whole year ago.
So it came up in her memories and she shared it.
More than likely, something like that. And
that's what that was.
Cash Doll has a rebuttal to the whole situation where she drops a verse. It's very clear. It's very clear that she's kind of
speaking on that.
Yeah. Okay. She kind of acknowledges him as her Superman. That's how you know. She says her Superman. So she has a rebuttal to the whole situation. Then he has a rebuttal as well, to where he comes and he just makes a post on X, formerly known as Twitter. But X now. He makes a post on X that says Keisha Knight, which he says her government name, ain't going nowhere.
I saw that.
And then there's a thing that he says posting old pictures or something won't, you know, so.
Yeah.
The picture was real. It just was old, and she just wanted some attention.
15
seconds
chasing.
of fame, so.
Trying to be relevant. And I mean, I don't blame sis. She trying to capitalize off of it in any way she can. You know, it would have behooved her to, once the momentum came, you know, just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yeah, it was old, and I didn't say it was this year. I said on this day.
No, that's what she said. She had it this year. She had it marked 2025. That's exactly what she said.
Oh,
so it wasn't no de-escalating.
Well, she should have just been like, well, y'all here now, so buy this, buy my merch, subscribe to my channel, do the, you know what I'm saying? Keep it real.
Yeah, it was made to seem as if that was the thing.
Because now you looking corny. You would have been looking less corny if you kept it real and said why you really did it. You know what I'm saying? I can see you telling the initial lie for clout. You know what I'm saying? But then once you did that, be for real.
Like, also that kind of deters people away from you. That goes to the Boss Man D-Lo situation where his alleged person that, I don't know what to say, his alleged person that had came out and made a claim.
The trans person.
Now wants to say that it's a false claim. I lied. You can hate me, this, that, and the third.
Right. That's what she should have did.
But now the thing is, like, nobody knows to believe you or not. Now, you could be lying.
Nobody believes the truth when the lie's more entertaining anyway, but it would have made you look better if, you know what I'm saying? And then, but it really don't matter because, like you say, she a clown.
Yeah.
And she got clown.
Got you nowhere. You probably lost a little bit more respect than what you had from the people who knew you. Because the people who don't know you, which is majority, I wasn't worried. And they still looked at you as if you were just lonely. You're chasing something at that time. It's been a whole year.
Disappointed
you
because
should have found something to do within that time frame. You should have found something to do, somebody else to entertain. At least, I understand. Listen, you was with a big football player, big name guy. That's cool. But none of that, it was no trolling before the whole Cash Doll said it was no trolling. You wanted to put something out because you seen something getting a lot of attention that you had access to make people believe you. And it was
because I mean it's a plenty of football players out here in this world. Yeah. If Cash Doll and Zadarius wasn't going viral and getting their time to shine or whatever, she probably wouldn't even have said nothing about it. If he was just a random, if he was Zadarius Smith on whatever team he was before he got on the Lions, because okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure football niggas knew who he was, but like, no, he wasn't viral on the Shade Room. You know what I mean? He was not viral on the Shade Room.
Wasn't viral with you, especially. You wasn't that. So I just don't feel like that's your place to say that now you feel like his relationship is getting spotlight. She wanna
stand in it somehow, and
you just wasn't a piece of that.
She's subscribing to all publicity is good publicity. All publicity is good publicity.
Not all the time. Don't believe that.
I don't believe that, but that's what she's subscribing to.
Oh yeah. So yeah, she shouldn't.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not the thing.
She might be young.
I can't see him. Just last year, I can't see him really. I could see how people could change who they talk to within a time frame, but I can't see how you could go from somebody.
And he obviously wasn't taking her serious.
I mean, probably not.
So like he's taking girl.
Right,
you know
probably not. Probably not.
So just because he messed with her
I don't get the
whatever,
vibes from him that he's that kind of a guy. Though.
I'm not saying she was underage, but she might have been like 25, 26. You know what I'm saying? Still younger than that.
I think as far as taking it serious, but I don't get the vibe from him that he really gone. You know what I'm saying? Be comfortable around somebody like that playing on their top. Like I don't get that vibe from him. I really think it probably was a moment. It probably was a potential. It probably was, you know what I'm saying? Could have been. and she was probably not, her status probably wasn't as, you know what I'm saying? She probably got a little status somewhere to be even, you know what I'm saying? But he seemed like a down to earth dude. It don't really matter who you are. If he like you is what he seemed like.
Right.
So she might got a little status somewhere, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to the point where I feel like it ain't.
He could have met her at the gym.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He could have met her waitressing at a restaurant.
Absolutely.
He do seem like the type that would date a waitress or somebody he just randomly met at the gym. Not saying Cash Doll basic like that.
Right,
I'm just saying
he like you.
He exactly. Probably, you know, feel like he got one or he got his one. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
With her, like, not saying.
Duh, yeah, I think, yeah, like, yeah, he frozen, he in the moment, as you should be.
And they are adorable together, so I don't care.
Listen, I mean, I love it for them. They doing their thing.
Yeah.
I just don't like how baby girl did that, and you know, it was her
she
rebuttal.
tried, like,
her rebuttal was real good. She got a real good, you know what I'm saying? She approached it real clean, said what she said, her little disses in it, and then left it at that.
Talking about Cash Doll.
Yeah, I really like it. It was real smooth. And I just I think that they kind of locked in, and they gonna be locked in for a little minute. They gonna be locked in. They locked in, so I like that for them.
I don't know why that thing is doing that.
But
yeah, I would like to see them get married.
I just like to see people happy. I mean, if that's what makes them happy, go for it. I'm with it all the way, 100.
I like to see people make God happy.
That's understandable.
And God wants us to be married. So, like, I wonder why that's doing it.
That's this shit.
Relatively annoying. But,
no, there ain't no timer. Right, I don't know.
Yeah,
but,
and I feel like
yeah, that's
it'd be best to have that covering, you know what I'm saying? Because the devil gonna come at them. So if they had the covering of the covenant with God, the creator of marriage, I just would like to see that for them. That's all. I don't know if he's ever been married. I don't think Cash Doll's ever been married, and so they might as well.
Everybody got their own vision, you know. Some people just different. It's like the episode of Pop the Balloon. Some people are ready right away. Some people not. I mean, everybody kind of just, some stuff not for.
I didn't say it had to be right away. I just said I would like to see that for them.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I totally understand.
That thing. I'm about to just take it off.
I totally understand. But you know, it's just it's something that happens, and when it happens, it's good. And not all the time is it good, but it's a good thought. Anyway,
yeah, they seem to be doing well.
You going in the right path when that's something that you're thinking about.
Let's try to plug it up. Let's try to plug it in one of these. No, but you're absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? Some people get married that should never be married, i.e. Kanye and Kim Kardashian. But they had some beautiful, talented kids. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I don't think she was the one for him, honestly. But, you know.
Yeah. I mean, everybody ain't for marriage, honestly. And he just, you can say that about anybody. His wife just divorced him because he's probably not the one for her, because he's just probably not a person who can be, I have to deal with you every day. You flip-flop all the time. Like, you are a person that just snaps out of the, it's a person for everybody, but that don't mean that I'm marrying you. I could be just a person that looking over you, protector. I'm your protector. I don't even mean we getting married. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean
they
that.
got 4 or 5 kids. So they should have been married, especially once they start having them kids.
He's just not.
But
a person.
what I'm saying,
I ain't talking about them as a whole. I'm just talking about him as a
I
person.
don't think that's true. I think he needs a wife that's gonna take care of him, especially after his mom died. But he need the right wife, not just a trophy wife. You know what I'm saying? Not just a power couple wife to be the J to his B. You know what I'm saying? He needed somebody that was going to nurture his mental health and actually acknowledge it.
As a therapist,
Your wife have to be your therapist.
you need to come to an agreement with yourself. You got to be able to accept that. In sports, what we call this is being coachable. If you're uncoachable, you can have a lot of talent, a lot of potential, but if you're uncoachable, I can't get you.
I don't believe he's uncoachable.
I can be the best coach, but I can't get you to the next level.
He was being coached. That's how he got where he at. He lost his coach. You know what I'm saying? And he went wayward. That's my opinion on Kanye. And he didn't have, that's why you leave your mother and you cling to your wife. He didn't have that. He didn't have the right one anyway. I don't remember if he got married before or after his mom died. I think it was after. But he'd have been better off marrying Amber Rose.
She wouldn't have been able to deal with him. Still,
I believe she would have been able to deal with him. I believe she would have been the one who would have been able to deal with him.
She was happy she left the situation after a while. She said it out her own mouth. She was happy she left the situation.
Well, of course she was. You know what I'm saying? She did. Of course you glad, because even Jesus asked God, is there anything I can do? Like, I don't want to have to go on this cross for real, but if I have to, I will. Even Jesus. So of course, if you could be spared that being your calling, then, you know what I mean? But I think she was about the one who would have been able to
my person
hold his hand. She had a thicker skin. You know what I mean? It might not even have got as far as it is. If they was able to build a stronger bond and actually have God in it. They was just boyfriend and girlfriend. They wasn't husband and wife.
They wasn't. My personal opinion. I just don't know. I don't think so. I just think.
So you think Kim could handle him better than Amber Rose?
That's why he divorced. That's why they not married neither. No.
So you think now one of them could
at all? No.
She just used them.
I didn't say no. I don't think that. I think that he wanted it probably more so than she did. So he was down for it. It's not that. I don't think he felt used. I don't think he got used. I think he was open to do everything that he did.
Niggas be down to get used all the time.
I don't think that. I don't think that.
Not everybody even look at it like being used.
I was about to say I don't think that that's what the case was. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that was the case. No, I don't think she used him. No, I don't think that. I could. No, I can honestly say I don't think she used him. No.
Okay.
I can honestly say I think she about liked it. She fucked with dog. Listen,
I mean, she liked them.
That's funny because now,
as far as
that's funny how he is the topic, because within talking to dog, you can tell he got some kind of sense. Because that just runs into one of my little segments that I was gonna run into. Kanye West, his daughter, she is working on an album. Because she wants to be a rapper like her dad. She said...
I love that.
She said her dad has a plan. And she basically, she asked her mama, what do she do? Her mama basically couldn't give her a solid answer of what she is. You know what I'm saying? And she like, my dad is a rapper. I know exactly what he is. I know exactly what he does. Very simple for a kid. You know what I'm saying? And... she took to say, I want to be like my dad, to even say, I want to make music. I want to be a rapper too. So she's working on an album that he is making beats, helping her produce. I think he got one song on there where he's on there with her. She's calling it Elementary School Dropout because his first album was called College Dropout.
Man, this about to go nuts, bro.
Yeah.
Like, think, I whip my hair back and forth, lip gloss popping. This is gonna be the vibes I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's gonna.
But with a message. Cause this is gonna be some good music. I think it's gonna be.
She gonna have some stuff to say because I think that she is very, very bright.
I think so too. I think she gonna get the talent from both of them because
absolutely
Kim can't articulate exactly what she do like Kanye can, but
because I feel like she got Kim so many talented. Multiple
right. But Kim is very talented. Her mama's very talented. I mean, her grandmama is very talented and intelligent, and that little girl, they and this is no shade to the witchery that's going on in that family, in that household. But they are talking about Blue.
Yeah, she has been a talk for quite some time now because of who her parents are, majority.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they making it seem like Blue Ivy is gonna be so... Beyonce.
Far as performing,
yes,
any of that. Singing, nobody's heard her. That's the only. I feel like the only problem is when it comes to her is this. Like, everybody loves to see her out on tour with her mother. You're doing your thing. Y'all dancing. You got this choreography tied down to a T. They love to see her do her thing. They love to see her in moments where you have to adapt. It was a moment that blew up on the internet because it was a little kid, it was a younger kid talking to her mother, and her mother hair was tied in her earring, and her mother was doing like singing now. She's sitting behind her mother the whole time. Now somehow her mother hair got caught in her earring, so she still got to sit back and hold this pose. So she is like she's trying to get it out, so she just takes it off, boom, fast. And people like to see certain stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand why it blew up, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess people is just like the innovation, you know what I'm saying? The kind of stuff that she just do in a heartbeat, like, oh, she's just a natural, you know what I'm saying? Oh, look at her, you know what I'm saying? In the heat of the moment, boom, 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 people blew it up. I'm talking about blew it up. And for the longest, I watched it and I'm just like, I would guess that a kid of her age, like, what else are you going to do? You can't stop the show. You can't grab the microphone. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You have to. You have to adapt. You have to innovate. You have to. You have to do something, right? You can't just pull your ear away. You know what I'm saying? So that was the smartest thing to do in the situation. So I say that to say not to take nothing away from her. I think she is a performer on the stage. I don't know what she sings like. I cannot say she will be another her mother. I feel like she will be a high top choreographer or somebody who like just teaches, you know what I'm saying? Unless I hear her singing it somewhere different. I don't know. That's just from what I know about her right now. And that's just that. So.
Excuse me, y'all. Sorry. Well, I honestly have not seen an entire I've seen a couple of short clips of Little Miss Blue. I don't subscribe to the Beehive newsletter or anything like that, so I try to even avoid it on my timeline as much as I can. But my initial thought is that Kanye's daughter is going to have a raw kind of talent. And I mean, you know, I'm excited to hear it. elementary school dropout sounds like something I want to hear.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I'm down to hear it. At least
I liked
give it
Kanye more than I liked Jay-Z back in the day. I ain't gonna
absolutely,
lie.
the old Kanye.
Everybody used to always talk about Jay-Z, Jay-Z, Jay-Z. You know.
I really liked the old Kanye. He really put out good music. So, I'm open to hearing what his daughter has. Lil Kanye is what I'm gonna call her. So that's
That's dope. I love to hear that.
that's a good thing that we want to see coming up. Real quick, moving forward, kind of changing, making a little curve,
Moving right
bit.
along.
You know what I'm saying? Moving right along. Yeah, absolutely right. We making a little curve. We coming around. We'll be coming around the mountain when we come. We'll be coming around the mountain when we come. We'll be coming around the mountain. We'll be coming around the mountain. We'll be coming around the mountain when we come. Do do do. Yeehaw! All right, now, yeah, right next. So locally here in Detroit, I think before I even want to move here, I kind of want to, since we were kind of talking relationship like topics like sports and then just social media relationships kind of thing. And this is another update. Okay. This when I say is making me angry, like I was feeling good until this light started doing this, and it's about to make me angry. I am immediately gonna it's gone.
I wonder why it's doing that.
We'll have another one immediately. Okay, so update. Last episode we recently spoke to you guys about the Cardi B and Stefan Diggs situation. So now update is
I'm sorry.
No, what you say? Recently, the two incidents, he's on a boat with Cardi B and like two other girls, maybe three other women. He's passing a pink substance, which they're calling it, they're saying it's a pink cocaine-like substance. It's in a little bag. And if you can read his lips very well, he's passing it to one of the random ladies. It's not Cardi he's passing it to. And if you can read lips very well. He asked her, "What's my name?" And she laughs. He says, "Now call me daddy." And, it was kind of funny to me. The next video you see is him and Cardi B in a hot tub, but pay very close attention. The female hand is also on her because she's sitting down there. He's in the back. It's him, her. It's at least one more female if it's not both
the other
or
one
those
there
other
too.
ones there.
Yeah, they have names.
So, update is
they own Diddy Party.
They're definitely out doing some things, and Offset doesn't like it. They're posting this socially, and when the two videos came out, one thing that Offset went and posted, he said, "Not today, I'll pass," or something like that. And Stefan Diggs goes and posts him catching a football. Like, "You pass, I'm catching it." Like, it was crazy. Like, they went back and forth. I'm sure you know something about it. I think I heard you say something about it.
Yeah, I didn't know. See, and I love that because he's a football player.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I love that. I did not know his clapbacks. Yeah. All I knew is that he had posted a swipe through, and the one that I know, I'm sorry, the clapback that I knew about was when he posted Quavo saying, when they was asking him, like, when they asked
Chris Brown.
No, they asked the one that passed away, God rest his soul. about getting left off by Bad and Bougie.
Right.
And he was like, do it
right.
look like I got left off Bad and Bougie? And then Quavo was like, all right, let's move on or something like that.
I remember that.
He posted that, and people were saying that was probably a dig at Offset. So now that for sure. And then I don't blame him. Like, you ain't intimidating nobody, or you ain't keeping me away from your bitch. Like, you think that you can say whatever you want to say, or do whatever you want to do to keep me from fucking with her. That's really what you want to do. Try to keep...
What my boy Ply say, I exposed the real, and now she hate lames.
Okay.
She
baby daddy or not.
Like dog at all. She told him, I hope you... Okay.
Unalive and slow.
Okay. Like, out of there. Like, she said, not fast.
And I totally understand her feeling like that about her baby daddy. I have felt like that about my baby daddy before. So I understand that. Hopefully, God willing, they can get past that bitterness and anger toward each other and co-parent in a more positive and less toxic way.
But she said she's not holding him from the kids.
I understand it. I'm not blaming her. I'm not. This is not to victim blame or nothing. You know, understand what I'm saying? I felt like that for 12 years straight.
Oh, yeah, right. I feel it.
And so I'm just saying, I understand it, and I understand wanting to just not have to feel like that.
Yeah.
Because this person is doing better.
Right.
Whether it's by you, your child, cause just as a human being, he haven't been treating her right as a human being. So therefore it's trickling down to her kids. So she just want that to be over. It ain't even got nothing to do with nothing else. Like you know what I'm saying? Because the only reason why she want him to be unalive is because she's tired of dealing with that shit. What other way am I gonna get rid of you doing this shit?
And that was
the wrong Migos gone. Right. That's how she feel.
And that's why she didn't even feel like that until you feel me? She still was giving them grace. Like
you making my life miserable, nigga.
Shit, because you know you doing what you want to do and want me to.
Because you a narcissistic ass.
Yeah, that was the problem she was having with him.
Just terrible ass person. Like Future, he want to be Future. I feel like Offset really wants to be Future. He do. He wants to be Future, dog. That's how I feel.
Maybe look up to him. You know what I'm saying?
This is what I'm saying. That's ridiculous. Future is not no role model.
You know, listen. I heard somebody say, I don't know if it was a comedian or not. I heard somebody say they was in a room with a bunch of rappers, and somebody mentioned, y'all probably heard me say this before, right? This how you know when I be saying something, I be saying what I be saying, because I don't just be saying anything. You know what I'm saying?
You don't be saying shit just to be saying it.
Okay. They was in a room with a bunch of rappers, and somebody brought up that Elon Musk has 16 baby mamas, and they said,
do we?
That's I don't know. They brought up something and said this could be, you know what I'm saying? Listen, this is what they said. They said they brought up Elon Musk has 16 baby mamas.
That's a lot.
And they said instead of people was in there talking about, you know what I'm saying, how much money he got to manage this and that. They said the first person said, and I think they said it was Meek Mills who said it. First person said, no, he can't have more than me. I'm slipping. You want more baby mamas? Like, is that crazy or not? Like, that is insane. Like, you know what I'm saying? The stuff that people feel like is a competition. Like, oh, he can't be out baby mama and me.
The stuff that these particular people... And I ain't gonna just say used to, like I just can't stand him now. Cause I still mess with his music, and I still hold a place for him, Meek Mill.
Meek Mills, yeah.
But like over the last few years, he's just been doing and saying stupid stuff to me that have turned me off from him.
I don't know about Meek no more because it's just too much.
I ain't even gonna talk about that part. I ain't even before the Diddy shit.
Yeah.
Like when he, he was doing that prison reform, asking people to treat people in prison better and help reverse recidivism, whatever it's called. People going back to jail after they get out. And he doing all this, but then when his album came out, he talk about killing people and just it's stupid. It doesn't make sense.
That's his, but see, and that's what I be saying. Like, I feel like music it's a message. Like, you can have a very strong message that you saying and have a style, but if you not totally like, if you ain't took this message totally spiritual in a spiritual way to you, like, I don't say this kind of stuff, it's gonna come across just because it's part of music. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say exactly is like this. Prime example, Bossman D-Lo said, I don't rap about gang violence, about killing, shooting nobody. He said I make club music. You know what I'm saying? But that don't mean that in the line he ain't got saying he done pulled out a strap or this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? You would just have to go in there and listen. But majority of his bangers that you would probably listen to before you listen to anything else, he probably is rapping that because that's his style. But he is gonna come. If you can limit yourself and say I don't do, but if you not limiting yourself and saying, all right, look, it's fully this. If you ain't putting yourself to like, all right, this is only it. It's this or it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because even R&B people be like, man, I'm an R&B motherfucker, but you still got rap albums. But you predominantly R&B because that's where you made your money at. But you rapped anyway. You still rap. You got rap albums. You're just better at R&B is your thing. You know what I'm saying? But you gonna come across this because it's part of the industry. You gonna come across where I might have to say something like this. You know what I'm saying? I might have to say that because that just go with this. That don't mean that's me. That's me. It just go with that. I'm saying that right now. You know what I'm saying? Next song, I'm gonna say something different. I feel like me personally, I feel like because it's part of the industry, like it's hard to just be like.
I want us to get out of that, and I understand what you mean. But I feel like a true creative, and Meek Mill is a true creative. I feel like he can express what he's really going through, but I don't know if the person who pointed it out was like a vlog or whatever, YouTuber. I don't know if they listened to the context and heard everything, because he might have been like, this is what somebody else did, or this is what somebody else. I don't know.
Storyteller.
Yeah, I don't know, because he is a storyteller.
Absolutely.
That's why I focus on him.
Absolutely.
So I don't really know the context and what he said, how he said it, but in that person's defense, they're a rapper too. They're a gospel rapper. So he probably said some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That didn't align with
the way that the gospel rapper would have said it.
No, I'm not even gonna say the way that the gospel rapper would have said it, by the way that he was walking when he got out of jail. You know what I'm saying? The things that he was trying to accomplish. You know what I mean?
I understand, but then that don't mean he can't tell his story on a beat. He been through something to have to get here to want to even do that.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. But that's why I say it's the way that you do it, to where you're rapping for middle schoolers, high schoolers. You got very impressionable, vulnerable children listening to your raps. Even if you got that explicit tag on your raps, that's so non-relevant now. It's not even funny. So you have to be mindful of, like you said, if you out here doing all of this footwork, like real live footwork in the trenches, on the street, boots on the ground work, and then you gonna go basically contradict it in your album that you're spreading nationwide, worldwide streaming, it just seems contradictory to me.
I feel like at that point, that's where it gotta come. You gotta hear it. Because I feel like, I understand, you know what I'm saying? I understand that you can say it came from a gospel rapper where it came, but he got a whole different context. Like I said, he got a whole different context. He's in a whole different lane when it comes to this.
But a fact is a fact. Even people like us that's not really rappers. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to try to be a rapper back in the day, and I want to be a gospel rapper now.
I just want. So you mean that people could? So
A
basically,
regular person will see that as counterproductive, if nothing else.
so
Like that's
basically,
fighting
so
against what you're doing.
so basically, you're saying like a rapper can cross at any time. So a gospel rapper can change and be.
It's not about being gospel. That's not what it's about. See, he was gospel, so that's why he was able to see it. But it was just about he talking about prison reform. You know what I'm saying? And increase and and decreasing recidivism, whatever it's called. People going back to jail after they got out. But in the same with the same mouth, you're going to seemingly um what's the word? Seemingly glorify committing unaliving, which is just adding to recidivism, whatever. No.
Absolutely, totally. Yes.
So it's just like not saying you gotta go gospel is what my point.
Right. I'm
You
just
know,
saying the understanding level of two different brands and two different ways that two different ways. You right. I'm not getting it. I'm talking
right? Because it
about
ain't even
understanding.
about the brand. You know that because you can still be, you can still tell your gangster story without. Oh my God! Thank you, Holy Spirit. Just like we just said, old girl tried to make it seem like the shit was this year, but it was last year. You know what I'm saying? You trying to make it seem like you that nigga nah. And like currently killing people. I mean, you know what I'm saying? And currently just like, no, that's not at this point you a businessman. You damn near a granddaddy probably because you at least my age or earlier. I mean, or older. You know what I'm saying? You sitting on enough money. Yeah.
You
I might be wrong. I won't know. I might be wrong.
okay? Okay.
I
don't know. Okay. What I want to say about that is
he might be a little younger, but he give off old shit.
what I want to say about that is I now I one thing is you said that you because listen, let's take it to court. I'm almost like a
Okay, he
attorney
close.
right
He
now.
38.
Okay, right.
He younger.
Right. Okay, because that I'm like
But
that. He not even older
he
than me.
seemed like 40.
He barely. Okay, but I didn't think.
But
he was
38 is close
but,
to 40. He seemed 40. He seemed 40.
But he older than me. But I didn't think he was. But I was like, not young me. But okay. But
He just turned. He just turned. He born your same year, but he just turned.
Oh, okay.
38 in May.
Okay.
Yeah, May 6th. He just turned 38.
But I just feel like what I want. There's nothing it's not a persuasive kind of thing. I'm not trying to persuade you. You not trying to persuade me. That's just not.
Oh, me.
The thing is, I just feel like this is making me so mad because now it's even turned off even earlier.
Yeah, just leave it alone.
And no, you could. Yeah, see, okay, but so what I feel like is just you. It's no. He came from what he came from. You said you didn't hear the album to even know if he was speaking as if is saying he or telling a story. You also said you like him because he's a storyteller. So if you know him from telling stories and what you hearing is somebody else telling you that, oh, well, he's saying so much stuff that's just making him this type of person, he could be telling a story of something he know, something he seen, something he went through, something he was next to. The thing is, everybody don't know how to tell their story like you know how to tell your story. You may be able to tell your story in a way that you can say, I told the cleanest story ever, but I told you every piece in my life. That's cool because you learned how to clean it up. Somewhere in there, when you first started telling this story, somewhere in there, it wasn't clean as you wanted it to be. So you worked on what you wanted to work on to tell this story to have this clean. Yeah. But somebody who only know how to tell this story from where I came from, because I ain't never had to clean it up, because every time I told you this, I had to I was getting back to where it was making me feel like back to where I was when it was me. So I was giving you this from right there. I'm trying to give it to you from where it's at. It ain't trying that I'm trying to just be straight out, just rude or landish. I don't know how to use words, but I'm trying to give it to you how it's gave to you. Cause if I put some sugar on it, I ain't give it to you. I ain't give it to you the real way. I ain't give it to you like how I had it. I gave it to you with some sugar on it. I jazzed it up. Mm-hmm. If I give it to you how I think that I had it, this is what I think, how I think that I had it. How it felt to me. Mm-hmm. Then I feel like I'm giving you the understanding that I got after all of this time. Even though it may have switched up, something may have worked out for me along this way, that I'm able to be somewhere that, people don't make it from. They don't make it here where I'm at, where I'm from. They don't make it here. I was lucky. I was blessed. I was blessed enough to get here. Mm-hmm. I had some, God worked in my favor. I had something I stuck to, and I ain't give up on it. Mm-hmm. This came for me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I went for it. This what it did for me.
Mm-hmm. No, I get it. I agree.
Some people don't know how to tell. Some people don't know how to switch up and now change that story to. Now I can change this to a story that I can go and take into inside a facility and tell it inside of a church. Cause you ain't never had to do that. You've been telling your stories on beats. Mm-hmm. So when you tell it on this beat, this how you know how to tell it.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, the story is what the story is. And it's like, but at some point, we just want people to elevate. You know what I mean? And to kind of stop revisiting the hurt. Like the sermon that I was listening to the other day. It's like, sometimes when, okay, we know that you was going through this, and we know that you know people that's going through that now, but why do you have to keep talking about it when that's not your current situation? Right. I done pulled you out of that. Yeah. So why you want to keep capitalizing off of that? That's like when I was a teenager. I was popular for being smart, but that wasn't good enough. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to, or you feel like you got to be popular for whatever the social norms are, or,
I feel like people celebrate different in a way. If that's celebrating or if that's acknowledging or bragging or what it is, it's just different. Not saying that it's right. I'm not saying that that's right if they go and, you know what I'm saying? But that's just the difference in people that, you know what I'm saying, that can talk to you in a way like I can tell you this story and you gonna feel it from me. I ain't gotta get gutter like that. You still gonna feel it. Then the people that's like, I gotta give you this shit from the gut. I gotta give you this shit.
Yeah, the lack of creativity, and that's no shade. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely not.
That's no shade, but it does take more creativity to be able to tell a story like that without seemingly glorifying it.
Absolutely.
What are you looking for? I'm sorry. What are you?
No, you all right. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I like Meek Mill or whatever, but I can't ignore the fact that I would like him to do better as well, and I hope he has not really actually got caught up in no Diddy party situations or nothing like that, because that's a whole nother ball game and story. So we ain't even trying to dig up into that this week. We'll let some more stuff happen. The whole Capricorn Clark lady testified, but I'ma just wait until next week and see what'll go on this week and then probably like next Sunday, I'll do a Diddy update on my channel, and we'll probably do a more extensive segment about the Diddy trial. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, that right there is
We'll talk more about that.
man, that's one to dive in. It's a mess. It's a scramble everywhere.
Hopefully
Y'all
listen
would
to-
definitely have to give. I would need some time. I haven't too much touched it. I know bits and pieces. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's
I
unbelievable.
would just need so much time if we gonna talk about that. And I ain't even gonna lie. The thing about within the time that I need, I'm not even gonna have a lot to say. I just really just would like to be, at least up to speed to know what it is that y'all talking about when I'm listening to it. I don't want it to be the first time that I'm hearing it, because I don't want to be freaking out. Y'all
And I
don't,
feel you though, because
y'all don't want to see me freak out.
the whole situation is really absurd, but you know,
it's one thing is crazy. I know crazy, weird. I know weird, strange. You know, it's just more than what people thought. That's it. I just want to leave it at that. It's more than what people thought. You heard it. Some people put it blatantly in front of you and told you, and you still would not have imagined this.
half the stuff.
You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
agree.
saying? That's all.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's terrible.
Well, it's prom season. A lot of the outfits that I've been seeing online have been super duper fly. And shout out to the seamstresses, the parents, staff, the rec label, and the crews of these kids, because y'all all have been really doing y'all things, showing out.
Shout out to y'all.
God bless and protect the rest of the schools that still have to get their proms out the way.
So please stop showing that money on your prom videos and the pictures.
Yep.
Please stop doing
Like,
that.
what for?
The thing is, I say, listen, have your fun. Take your pictures with it. Stop doing live videos with money, stacks of money, piles of money. It's not safe. I don't care what you think you got in your house. Please stop. It's getting out of hand. Things are getting so crazy.
It's so sad
Yeah.
that they just interrupting these kids' peace like
It's getting
this.
younger
Like,
and
I
younger
just
before
pray.
Yeah. It's getting younger and younger, and it's bad. We down to high school with it. We shooting up schools. I mean, shooting up schools ain't really came to us yet. Far as how I go in the classroom and
Yeah, no, and
Little
thank God
dog,
we gonna rebuke that
pull
in
that
the
out.
name of Jesus.
But
We
the
gonna
thing
rebuke
is,
that in the name of Jesus.
we have to stop what's going on. We got to pay more attention before it gets to that. Is
Yeah.
the thing.
And check on your kids before, like he said, before it gets to that, and before they start to show signs of de or miss socialization, because these phones have a lot to do with that. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
you got to be realistic with yourself. We just
There's-
giving these kids phones too young, and
There's a lot of abuse going on inside classrooms from friends, from people that call themselves friends, from just, they age range. Ask questions, get into it, make sure you know your kid. If your kid
important.
going through something, you can look at your kid. When you know your kid, you can look at your kid and tell when your kid ain't in a good mood. Ask questions.
most definitely.
Ask questions.
Okay, look.
please.
Because listen,
Getting around to this, it's very important to pay attention to your kids and know what's going on, because during these graduations, it shouldn't be nothing going on that's violent or that's disrupting. This is a celebration
yes.
for kids. King High School had a prom lineup, 20 shots fired. They got a visual of the person who did it. If you know anything
Come on,
about
man.
it, if you know anything
Y'all gotta
about
stop.
it, call 911, 1-800 speak up, call somebody.
Yeah.
It's just not right to ruin people moments like this. This is moments that it's only certain moments
and these
that's
are
gonna
babies.
stand out. Babies.
These are babies.
Babies.
A high school senior graduating and going to prom is a child still. Like, yeah, they about to be grown technically in the eyes of the law, but they still very immature and needs more time than to have this type of stressful stuff going on where they getting shot, gotta recover, missing graduation, all that.
That's graduation is
terrible.
Is a staple in your life.
Yeah.
High school graduation is a staple. Do you want to remember I got shot? Hey, we had a shootout. It was you don't want to remember that. You don't. That's just not cool. And I feel like, I mean, being shot is just the victim. Do you want, you know what I'm saying? You want somebody to remember you got locked up?
Do you want to feel like, oh, I had to shoot this person? No.
Do you want to remember I got locked up during the graduation year? All my class graduated and I got locked up and had to do life.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
You didn't even get a chance to live yet.
Oh, that's so terrible.
You ain't even get your feet wet. It gotta relax. That gotta calm down. Put these guns down, man. If you don't like somebody, man, I encourage y'all to get into boxing, man. I encourage people to box, man. Listen.
And rap. Talked about it. That is definitely what's up.
I wore this today for a reason.
Stop domestic
violence. You know what I'm saying? All violence, verbal, DV, verbal, it don't matter. Just stop it all, man. It's getting out of hand. And I'm talking about out of hand. Like, it's crazy that it's something to say about that every week. Every week is something to say. It's something to say about that, you know. So, and that's bad, man. Yeah. It's like we don't like each other.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's sad. Because one of the things is that you supposed to at least like your peoples. We a community. We a family.
That's self-hate at the end of the day. Just like you said,
Yeah, we a family, man. So treat people like family.